Dog on Bitcoin up over 400% in a matter of days. I mean, it's a matter of weeks, but it's a matter of days. This was not long ago. Dog up over 400%. Leo over here, the founder of Dog. The tier 1 centralized exchange listing dominoes have started to fall. Dog is about to enter price discovery. Anything is possible now. Brace yourselves. So I want to first actually say something. We're going to talk about the Dog charts and what's happening with this move. We're going to talk about a piece of my very important altcoin bull market thesis. That is Dog and the price action. But I want to mention that. I know there's people that are kind of like, they do not like that I talk about meme coins. In this context, Dog. But I want to just say something. The meme coin space cannot be ignored, especially Dog on Bitcoin, this $2 trillion chain, the number one meme coin on Bitcoin that is just about to adopt tier 1 centralized exchange listings cannot be ignored as a value play. And so I think a very useful tool in an altcoin bull market could be using altcoins, whether it's ADA, many of you know Cardano, I'm a Cardano bull, big hold of mine, or Dog, a higher risk play. If we get an altcoin bull market, it could be useful to use that to accumulate Bitcoin. I just want to say that. And so all things considered, I know it's a meme coin, but this is a very serious altcoin play. It's a very serious part of my altcoin thesis. And I want to dive into this data because things are becoming very exciting. I've been talking about this for around a year now, and things are getting kind of crazy. So Leo over here kind of talking about tier 1 exchange listings. This just happened yesterday. I did a Dog video on X, a very quick one. Kraken actually replied and they were like, Dog soon. And that's when things kind of got crazy for me, because I was watching this whole narrative play out about Kraken listing Dog. And then it's becoming very obvious. They're going to be listing Dog. And now that's what's out there. Kraken will be listing Dog. And massive shout out to Kraken, by the way. But that's one thing playing into what's happening right now. But I think more foundationally, the major thing playing into this is there is a narrative that is going to catch on that I've been talking about for a very long time. I remember being on a space with Leo. It was months ago, but I remember it like it was yesterday. And it's this. Vincent posted this. I think this was today he posted this. Yeah. CoinMarketCap. Weekly meme coin report says Dog surged nearly 30% and has its sights set on overtaking Doge. There it is. This is what I've been talking about. Will it happen? I don't know. There's no guarantees. Is it a possibility? 100% a possibility. And it has been a possibility in my mind for so many reasons. But ask me how many influencers, how many exchanges and insiders Dog project and Leo paid to get this thing off the ground and running. The answer is 0. This is 100% free and fair, 100% decentralized meme coin. And what makes it special is not only just the branding of it, it's just so good, but what makes it special is it's community owned and it's on Bitcoin. $2 trillion chain and growing massively. Global adoption. We are just at a starting line here. So when we start taking into context Doge and we start talking about this, let's dive into the charts. Here's Doge. I want to point something to your attention. Right now, Dog is at 500 some $1 million market cap. Go to Doge, pre-parabolic move for Doge last cycle. I just want to point out, here is, let's see, 500 million right here in this weekly candle somewhere. That's the value of Dog now. No, I don't think anybody would have guessed that all of a sudden Doge was going to go from 500 million to 100 or, approach $100 billion market cap up here. I don't think, maybe there were some people talking about that. I don't know, but that's what happened last cycle. Now we have this environment of crypto. We're in a new crypto era. We have institutional adoption. We have just global governmental adoption. Government's racing to buy Bitcoin. Dog is on Bitcoin. You can't tell me that this meme coin can't make a move like that, because it can. And the relevance of being on Bitcoin, you can't discount that. At least I'm not, and it's a very big part of my thesis here for this. But let's talk about this. Let's take that fractal from the Doge bull market last cycle, and let's look at it on a Dog chart on the weekly. I want to mention something real quick on the daily. We're going to dive into daily analysis. Be careful for volatility, okay? I know I'm recording this video in moves like this, on meme coins like this, or even altcoins like this, or even Bitcoin. Big pullbacks happen, especially with lower cap coins like this. So please be very careful and mindful of that. I want to mention in our Crypto Capital Venture Intelligence System, we have DOG back here in our bull and bear arena, and it says bulls have the upper hand. The reason I'm pointing that out is because it hasn't even actually gotten to bulls in full control. So there's room, it seems, for this run to even continue a little bit longer from a momentum perspective. And that's just one indicator. We'll monitor on the short term whether or not that happens. What's funny in relation to the intelligence system, we have dog holders, I believe, back here. One of them, I got this email right before I started recording. It says, it's in our feedback section. Let's go, Dan. You should have this on here. Thanks. In relation to DOG on Bitcoin, I think talking about Bitcoin, DOG being in our risk models. And I want to mention, if there's any dog holders out there wondering why we don't have a risk model on DOG, it's because we only have around a year of data, and it's just not, we could do it, but it probably won't be very useful for any type of incoming bull market. There's just not enough timeline data, in my opinion. Now, there's the fractal from Doge, last cycle, placed on Doge. I'm not saying that this is how it's going to play out, okay? But I am saying I think it's possible. And if you just look at this, here's a $100 billion market cap. It's $1 DOG. And I don't know, maybe DOG goes to like 5 billion. I don't know. It's a 10x from here, and that's it. Maybe that's what happens. I do not know. But what I do know is if we get a bull market move for altcoins, and it's a race between Doge and DOG, if this narrative picks up that was posted in this CoinMarketCap report, remember, this is CoinMarketCap, massive, one of the biggest in terms of media outlets and just crypto eyes on the platform. If this narrative starts getting legs as the tier 1 exchange listings, dominoes start falling, the velocity in which DOG can actually just start catching up to Doge is so in play. Because you know what? Maybe we get a bull run starting for altcoins, and maybe, Doge is moving along. It's doing its thing, right? It's breaking out. It's approaching all-time high. It's at like in the 60s. But all the while, DOG on the weekly is making its own parabolic moves, since it's such a low market cap, making those parabolic moves in a similar vibe as what we saw Doge do last cycle. Because look how fast Doge got to 10 billion. And then just like in a week, it went from like 10 billion to what is this, like 50 billion? It's just the velocity of it is insane. I don't know what point it would start, but the headlines, imagine DOG starts just chomping in at the market cap of Doge and the race is on. I don't know when that would happen, but it's very good to see in Vincent's post here that it's already kind of starting to happen. DOG overtaking Doge just as a narrative, as an idea. So going back over here, I wanted to point something out on the weekly chart on DOG. Notice where DOG is on the momentum oscillator. It's cruising to the upside. It's sitting at around 60 on the RSI, slower moving momentum oscillator in the $500 million area market cap. Look at Doge at the $500 million market cap area last cycle. So we're looking at like right here, somewhere right in here, December 2020. Look at the RSI at that moment. December 2020, we're in the 70s, right? In that candle, basically. 60 up to 70. No, right here. Yeah, 60s into the 70s. So that was where the RSI was on Doge before the move from $500 million market cap to towards 100 billion. Going back to DOG on the weekly. Where do we say it is? It's at 60. That's where it is. The upside is just as much in play, if not more, for DOG to have an absolute parabolic bull run. Again, I do not know how this is going to play out. I just know I like to have a piece of my portfolio invested into this story that is happening right now on Bitcoin. I can't stress that enough. This $2 trillion chain. So when it comes to the short term, again, be careful. We're talking right now, we're in the 500s. This could be, boom, throwback right to the 50. We could see a 40% move down to 300 market cap, 300 million market cap. This is normal, right? That type of move. But interestingly enough, I'm going to keep my eye on the Crypto Capital Venture Intelligence momentum. I kind of want to see if there is a little bit upside here. I don't know what's going to happen in terms of altcoins and altcoin momentum. This is Bitcoin. I just wanted to refresh this just to make sure nothing has changed. So Bull's Edge still in play, not even at Bull's in full control. So go on and monitor that. But everybody, these are just my thoughts. That's all it is. This is just a piece of my crypto journey for this cycle. But the dog story is intriguing. You cannot discount that. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Hit the subscribe, hit the like. If you're not in our intelligence system, we have a 40% off sale going on right now. Hit the link below. Would love to have you as a member. Would be grateful for it. Either way, I'll see you in the next video. God bless.